Hey everybody. Hey people, what's up? So, today I'm doing a video. Sorry that there's noise. Noises do that usually. And this is my character based on Patton, like for my universe. My sides universe, I don't know. I know I had a better version of that name and a different one. I don't know. And I'm trying to figure out where to start. So, because Patton is kind of based on I'm looking at the wiki here just because I was just like, let me double check in my mind. So, they're based on emotions, empathy, sympathy, optimism, naivety, short-term desires, integrity, and family. I would kind of mostly based it on the more of just like the inner child part of that, I guess. Where I did look up like what color was associated with it, and I was like, at first I was thinking yellow, so there was a good chunk of yellow. But then I was like, the blue does kind of fit with how it is. I guess went for more of a teal, I guess it kind of looks like. And with each of these, I was just like, there's a different thing going on. Like emotions, I don't think I've really had anything for emotions other than like the blue trying to represent that. Empathy, I kind of just, in all honesty, just ignored that facet of it because I'm not really good with empathy. Like, for how sarcastic I am, there's times where I'm just staring at a person like, is that a hyperbole? Are you being sarcastic? What's going on? So I was just like, yeah, empathy, definitely not the best at empathy, and can only play the game of, how might I feel? And usually that game fails. And then sympathy kind of just did its own thing, and then optimism, I had the yellow still, because that kind of fit in with it, and then the naivety part of it, I have the, what is it called? I think it was like the light pink. I don't remember the exact shade of color that it was trying to connect to it. I was just like, and I was doing research and I connected it to that, and I was like, why not? That, I guess, works. Desires, I didn't really do anything with the desires here. It's just like, I kind of was just like, is that really one of his things? That integrity, one, it was related to blue, so I have the darker blue down there. And yes, those shoes are white, just because of the pureness of the character, I guess. And then also, yeah, there's family was in here. I don't know exactly what I put for that one. And yeah, I added more blue for the hair because we were starting to run out of things to turn blue. And the reason I chose to put my character in a dress is because with how Patton's character is kind of stuck in the past at times, I was kind of like thinking about how parts of myself are like, are you sure you're not a girl? And I feel like a good chunk of me is like, part of like the past self of me is like, but I mean, but you were, and I'm just over here being like, when was I? In all honesty, when was I a girl? See, the answer was no. I never was. It was just, yeah. I don't know why. I just felt like with how Patton's stuck in the past sometimes, I guess made mine a more chaotic and sad version of that, with the whole putting the dress on and being like the one who's like, I support you, but you're 100% sure. Because there's a lot of BS on the internet at times. And then, kind of on that similar vein, I named the character Amity, because one, it does usually seem to be a more feminine name. And it also was, I know, related to emotions when I looked it up. And the other reason I did that is kind of tying back into the whole dysmorphia kind of thing that I was thinking of, is where with the Owl House, there's Amity, and kind of just, I don't know, I kind of feel like the name kind of felt okay for it. And I feel like my character Amity would kind of just vibe with Aptless, because they're like Amity would be like, is messing around and not really understanding if Aptless was lying. It's been like Aptless would be the most sarcastic one in the group, just being like, just being like, yes, the sky's totally not blue. And he's like, oh, really? And then looks up and wait, but it is. And Aptless just does a face palm to the head, just be like, you foolish naive child. I'm not explaining this to you. I feel like Aptless would also be the one making very subtle innuendo things, and Amity, it would definitely go over Amity's head. And then Amity, I feel like with Brennan they would clash at sometimes, but I feel like I would hope most of the time they'd be okay with each other, just because I feel like between the two, with how in Sandersides, Logan is usually just ignored a lot more than Patton. Patton slowly becomes the main character. Not literally, but I'm just like, I feel like in my mind I take a lot more priority of the logical thing to do, instead of what do I feel like doing? Because with knowledge being one of the few things I can pride myself in, it's definitely one of them that I prioritize. So Amity, I mean, the good thing is they're not that social, so Amity might just be like, okay, vibing in the room. Because, yeah. I'm trying to think of that. And yes, just like Patton, they will have a fear of spiders and of the dark. They're not fear. And then immediately my anxiety character should be like, you're not afraid of the dark. You're afraid of what's in it. Yeah. That's exactly what the Remus character would just be like, yeah, what's in it? Okay, but yeah, that's it for this episode of my sides, I don't know. Z sides. But I hope you'll have a good day. Also, again, now that I remember this, is I had, in all of them, I try to keep the sigil pattern, symbol thing in there, so I have the heart right here. And if you're wondering why this was blood chaotically red earlier, it's because I created a pen in the app, and then it just is kind of weird. So I guess invert the colors, and boom, now you have your pretty blues instead of chaotically dark blue for no reason. But yeah, okay, this is officially it. I hope you all have a good day, and be yourself. Bye.